Hi, everyone, and welcome to the 7th episode of the Fairy Diaries, okay, for this month of July. We are just going to be, I'm going to call it the freestyle, right? I have the piles made. We'll see what messages come out for you, and we'll take it from there, from the fairies, from Spirit, God, Source, Universe, or whomever it is for you. But there are 3 piles to choose from. You can choose one pile, you can choose 2, or you can watch all 3. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, or whichever card calls to you. Make your choice, let your intuition, let your gut tell you where to go. And there should be some messages in there for you. I'll see you in 1, 2, or all of the piles. Hi to those of you who chose pile 1, this card. It says clear out the old, number 5. Well, we do know number 5 has a lot to do with changes. I even want to say transformation. It also has a lot to do with learning, okay? Because the Hierophant is the 5th card of the tarot. So I want to say there's a lot to do with maybe learning, becoming wiser about certain things here, okay? Maybe things are going to start illuminating for you. Possibly even a new path for you to take. All right, I'm going to set this aside and we will get into the rest of the cards. So, as I said, I pre-made the piles. I'm going to clarify everything with tarot. But let's get out that first card, prosperity. Okay, so somewhere in your life, this is a time for prosperity. It is not a time for lack, okay? Pile 1, this is a time for you to maybe get your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Could it be in finances? Possibly. Could it show up as in a way for you to make additional money or new money or more money? Possibly, because it'll be different for each one of you watching. Could it just be that you're going to be bringing in more abundance, more things, maybe some things that you have been hoping and dreaming and wishing for? You're finally going to be able to pull those in for yourself. So I want to say, though, with this card, clear out the old, I feel like change is due here. We've seen some different things. Maybe you're going to become, the saying older and wiser, or just wiser, and you're going to figure out a way to bring more prosperity in. Okay, it looks like this is a clock up here. So, and the hand is on the 12. So maybe the number 12 is important to you in some way. Could this be in 12 hours, 12 days, 12 months, 12 weeks? We don't know. But there could be a new prosperous path for you to go down as well. But let's get some tarot, because that's one set of messages. And the thing is with these readings, when they're like this, it can be one of the cards. You just know you need to get rid of something that's not good for you. Maybe you just need to clear out your house, okay? And you've been putting it off, and this is Spirit coming and saying, no, you really need to clean the house. But let's get a couple cards here for prosperity. We have the King of Swords. Okay, and I'm going to get one more. So we've got the King of Swords. Just going to push this up just a teeny tiny bit. The King of Swords, and what else? I said there could be lessons that you need to learn. The Wheel of Fortune. All right, you guys. This is really nice. So here we go with the King of Swords and this prosperity. I said, maybe you're coming into it. Maybe it's more money. Maybe it's a job. Maybe you're going to clear out the old and you get an epiphany and it's like, you know what? This is a new way for me to do this. But the King of Swords energy is very clear, very focused, very sure about what it is that he wants. Takes no prisoners when he wants something as well, that saying. So I want to say that may be the attitude, the energy that you can put towards this. That King of Swords energy. Get clear. If there is a way for you to, okay, say for example, you know you need to make more money. Okay, you need to bring more in, or you need something for your home physically. What do you need to do? Get clear about it to be able to get that, we'll say money, or you may get it in another way. All right. You may end up getting it secondhand, but you're going to have to get clear about exactly what it is that you want. You're going to get on Kijiji, you're going to get on Facebook Marketplace, and you're going to find it and get it. But the Wheel of Fortune is here. This card has come out because this little fairy, she's spinning in your favor, okay? And whenever the Wheel of Fortune comes out, along with the King of Swords here and prosperity, you need to hop on that Wheel of Fortune and take it for a spin. Like I always say, do not miss the opportunity. Okay, so be very clear, be aware of what's going on so you don't miss the opportunity. And whatever opportunity you have to clear out the old, then maybe that's what you need to do. And this, for some of you, isn't going to be just about things or money. Prosperity in your life is also just having the good, what it is that you want maybe for yourself, for your family, okay? Remember, prosperity comes in many different shapes and forms. All right, next card out, we have the Peony Fairy. You are dizzy from changing direction so many times. Do not look back with regret, but look forward with anticipation and joy. Well, I like that because we're talking about clearing out the old, making changes in your life, right? I said there may be a new path for you to go down here, and we're talking about, you know, don't look back with regret, but move forward with anticipation and joy. So I'm really enjoying that for you, but let's get some tarot here. But maybe is this, you are dizzy from changing direction so many times. Is it what that is it's not being clear. That's why this King of Swords has come out for you as well here. It's about getting clear, not just making decisions and you're unsure. You're just, it's almost like, oh, what do you call, I'm horrible with sayings, you guys. You know, you just keep throwing or taking, or you just keep, say you're shooting a bow and arrow, I don't know how the saying, and you're just shooting it. You're not even trying to aim. You're just like, oh, well, wherever it hits, hopefully that works. It's that kind of thing, okay? I feel like they're saying, no, there needs to be purpose and thought and clear intention behind it, all right? So it could be with clearing out the old people, places, things in your life. Four of Wands, a celebration card. Like, look, you are getting really great tarot here. Okay, pile one. You're getting really great tarot here, clarifying these oracle cards right now. Okay, let's get another. You need to look forward with anticipation and joy. Well, that is exactly what the Page of Cups, creative, trying to find the joy in things, trying to find new ways to get emotionally balanced, to be happy, right? The little Knave of Cups here wants prosperity, wants for things to go well in your life. Okay, so take on that. But the pages are also just young and curious and a little bit naive at times. But you know what? They have that childlike energy and spirit to them. And they're able to think and imagine, okay, with no boundaries or no limits. So I feel like that's what you need to do here. Forget about the past. Don't look back at it with regret, okay? The change in the minds, maybe being a little not sure or confused or whatever we want to say. Don't worry about that. You're moving forward now. And with that, this Four of Wands is celebration. The Four of Wands is a card of celebration, okay? This is really, really nice. If you're able to get on that path, maybe learn your lesson. I said there might be some lessons in here, things you need to learn, and you move forward. It's moving forward with joy and creativity and harmony and moving forward into celebration. All right, let's keep going. I'm loving this message, pile one. Stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Yes, sitting, I want to say, and beating yourself up over the past isn't, it's not going to cut it, all right? It just isn't. You need to get in quiet focus. We can call it meditation, quietly sitting and thinking. Maybe you are staring out at the moon. We just had a beautiful full moon, and, you are just getting quiet with yourself. When you get quiet with yourself, it allows spirit, it allows your inner spirit, your intuition to reveal to you what you need to know. But also, this could be for you, there's something that you've been waiting for an answer on, and it's going to be coming in, okay? More than likely, it's coming in from yourself. You're going to get that little nudge, that little shot of thought, inspiration, whatever you want to call it. It's going to drop in, and you're going to be like, oh, that's the answer. That's what I've been looking for. So just keep that in mind. But let's get a little more info here. We have the Death card. Perfect. You may be thinking, no, not perfect. Yes, the Death card is a positive card. The Death card is transformation. The Death card is represented by Scorpio. It is the death of the old, clearing out the old to bring in the new. It's death and rebirth, okay? This is possibly a very well-earned, well-deserved new start for you, pile one. Okay, let's get another card with that. You'll get the answer to what it is that you need to do to transform in this situation. For some of you, you're literally going to get the answer to something that you've been waiting on. Six of Swords. Again, you guys, the Six of Swords. It is moving from a place, see how there's thorns here? And then there's a big fairy castle, a Cinderella castle in the background, a fairyland castle. You're moving from something that maybe was hard or difficult or painful, okay? And you're moving on to something that is beautiful and full of happiness. What do they say about Disney? The happiest place on earth? Well, there you go. You're moving on to something really good. I said up here, celebration. Look, the Wheel of Fortune, the transformation, right? Beautiful reading for you. Enlightenment. Oh, with the fireflies. We just saw some fireflies here last night. So cute. Okay, enlightenment will unearth your higher consciousness. That's like letting your intuition flow more and flow more freely. And when you're in touch with spirit, with your inner higher consciousness, the answers come more freely. Things will be illuminated. Maybe it's about how to clear things out. Maybe it's about how to stop, changing your mind so much. Maybe it will be how to gain that prosperity. What it is you need to know about the situation. You need to go to spirit and your higher self, okay? And the answers are going to come. It will illuminate what it is that you need to know to move through any of these areas. Maybe it's just to make the game plan to clear things out. The world, you guys. The world is something coming full circle, right? It's come full circle. It's the ending of one phase of your life, possibly, or in this case, it could even be a project that you're working on, right? I also want to say it's like you are connecting with higher consciousness and spirit, right? The world, think of the world and beyond, okay? For some of you, it could be a spiritual rebirth that we're talking about here too. All right, let's just keep going. The Knave of Pentacles. Look, we have two knaves here. This little page is all about the abundance. He's always thinking of new ways to bring more opportunities in, to have abundance, money, whatever it may be. Again, abundance is different for different people. But this little guy, he's constantly thinking. It's like, if I have to go out and get new skills in order to bring in what I need, then that's what he'll do. Very, very interesting. So for some of you, maybe you're going to have to go out and learn a new skill or learn to do something differently. But I think we've been talking about that all through this in order to get what it is that you need here in these cards. Now, before we go, I'm going to pull out a fairy. Oh, I don't have that deck out. Hang on a second. I'm going to just grab it here. My little fairy dust cards. But I'm also going to pull out here from the Fairy Tarot a card to just further advice and guidance. Maybe just to end this off. What do we have? Further advice and guidance to end this off in a positive. There we go. Well, you got 2 cards. Lucky you. The 8 of Summer and the World. The 8 of Summer is the 8 of Cups. Okay? It's time to move on. It's time to clear out the old. The 8 of Cups is about walking away from what is no longer serving you. And let me just tell you what the card says. The desire for a more meaningful life, realizing it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. This is what this whole reading has been talking about. And again, you get the World card. The freedom to go in any direction, a brilliant success, a journey that is now complete. Number 21 or number 3 could be important to you. You know, it's interesting that it came out twice here for you, all right? This is the ending of a cycle. It may be that, I always say too, like you can think of this as simply as your children are leaving to go away to university this year, okay? And you are going to be empty nesters. That's the end of a cycle. The end of a cycle can be in many different ways, all right? So just however this resonates for you. But you need to clear out the old. Not that your kids are old, but you may be cleaning out the rooms. Turquoise. A turquoise crystal is color blue. Its healing magic works for you. Sometimes when we're going through these things and trying to clear things out and manifest and bring in what serves us and what's good from us and letting things die off and having a rebirth, there needs to be some healing because it's not going to be happy for everyone, all right? So ask Spirit, God, Source, Universe, whomever it is, for you to come in and help you to heal. Ask Archangel Raphael to come in and help you to heal. Maybe carry a turquoise crystal on you, okay? Or even any type of green crystal to help you with healing. Okay, pile 1, this is your message. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I may see you in one of the other piles or in one of my other readings. Take care. Hi to those of you who chose pile 2 or this card, Illumination. The number 2 could be important to you. Maybe there is something pile 2 that needs to be brought out into the light. Maybe there's something that you haven't been seeing clearly that you need to start seeing more clearly. I love this butterfly tattoo on her back. That to me is transformation, okay? How the butterfly transforms into the butterfly. We know that. So I'm loving that. I'm also loving that she's looking up to the moon. So this could be illumination of something that is emotionally charged for you, okay? And whether that is for good or whether you're in a difficult situation, all right? But there is definitely something. I also want to say around finances too, with this too, the second house, which is the house of your money and finances. Yeah, I feel like there's a transformation, but again, it's on an emotional level for you here, pile 2. Okay, but let's get into the rest of the cards. I have the piles here. I'm going to pull tarot to clarify. Manifestation. For some of you, this could be about you manifesting in more money into your life. I said here with the pile too, it made me think of second house. Taurus rules the second house. Venus rules Taurus. All of this beauty, but that's on a more earthy level, the manifestation part where you want to bring in what's good for you, your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, whatever it is. And it could have to do with money, but also that second house is about your core values. So maybe, and that can be an emotional thing for you. And maybe there's something there that needs to be illuminated and changed. Oh, and I noticed a card that does not belong here. I'm just going to flip it. Enlightenment. That was from the last pile. It got stuck in there, but I'm talking about illumination. And look at that card stuck in my, yeah, very interesting. Okay. It says enlightenment will unearth your higher consciousness, your intuition, your inner knowing. But let's get a card here. Knight of Wands. I love that. Okay. Knight of Wands with manifestation. Well, you would want the Knight of Wands on your side here, that energy, because that energy is fast moving. It is determined to get out there and find whatever it is. So if it's a dream or a wish of yours, it's the energy of, I'm going to find a way to make that happen, to bring that into my life. Only you can do it. As we all know, pile two, and this isn't being a negative Nelly, but most things just don't fall on our laps. We have to go after it. We have to choose it, and then we have to work to get it. So that Knight of Wands energy, he's fiery. He's a go-getter. In this case, this fairy, is a go-getter, okay? And the 10 of Wands. All right. Okay, with the 10 of Wands here, there could be some things that you've been carrying around. And I want to say normally it's a heavy burden here with the 10 of Wands, okay? You've been carrying it around, but here's the positive note here. The 10 of Wands is you finally putting them down. Okay, see, he's finally getting this dragon under control. Okay, that's you laying down and getting something under control. All right, so in order for this manifestation to come through, some of you may have to let go of the burdens that you've been carrying once and for all. You put it down, you stomp it down, you tie it down, you do whatever you need to do, and then you walk away from it. Okay? And maybe this illumination, because this kind of stuff is of an emotional nature. Maybe for some of you, this is where the illumination comes from. How do you lay those heavy burdens or something that you've been carrying that's been weighing on you, weighing you down, making you feel bad in whatever area of your life that's been keeping you from bringing in what's actually good. Because when we're weighed down by something negative or negative energy, it makes it very hard to manifest. All right, so this is a message for some of you. You need to lay down. You need to get rid of what it is that's holding you back. All right, pile two, let's keep going. Fairy voyage. I love this. As a child of power, you can bring joy and purpose to the world. Very interesting. What do you do? What have you been thinking about doing? Is it you who's going to be illuminating things? Instead of it being the moon or the sun, the luminaries illuminating everything, maybe it's you. Maybe it's something you are going to be doing here, pile two. And these messages can be individual as well. Is there something that you have been thinking about doing, have just started to do, or it's a dream of yours that you want to bring into manifestation, where you're going to go out and somehow you're going to bring a little bit of light or a whole lot of light into the world. You're going to be illuminating it. Queen of Cups. Is it somehow through the way, well, I want to say it makes me feel like you are a very loving and nurturing and kind and compassionate person. Even though it hasn't maybe felt like it with the 10 of Wands, that is your true nature. And with this true nature, you are able to go out and bring joy to the world, and love and kindness and caring and more compassion. And it could be in little ways. It doesn't mean that it has to, I mean, it could be big for you. You could be on a social media platform and maybe you are just spreading the joy everywhere. It could be in your own community, in your own school, in your own family, but some way you are meant to be doing that. You are the Queen of Cups here. You are nurturing and kind and caring. You believe that everyone should experience joy and happiness and fairness in their lives. Okay, let me just get you another card here. And maybe you learn this. Maybe this is a lesson you learn from carrying this heavy burden. Maybe this is something that you're hearing right now, and for the first time, it's being illuminated for you through this reading. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I love it. If this is something that you've been dreaming of here, okay, or that you've been thinking about, or you've just started doing, and maybe for some of you, you are doing it, keep up the hard work with the Knight of Pentacles, or know that there could be some hard work coming up. Now, hard is different for different people. In some ways it may be hard work. It's just that it's going to be a little bit of a grind. It is going to be day in, day out, maybe to get things going, or what it is that you're doing out in the world. Could very well be that. But here's the thing about the Knight of Pentacles. He does not give up. He goes out. He is the steady Eddie. He just keeps at it. That could be your message if you're already doing something like this. Don't give up. One foot in front of the other. Very methodical, very determined. You just keep going, okay? You don't give up. You know, in the end, between the tortoise and the hare, you know, who wins the race? So keep going. Next card out for you is Hidden Depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Wow, okay. We're talking about illumination, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. We were talking about something that maybe has been wearing you down, that you've been carrying, a burden. And maybe you're not even aware of it, and it's going to come to light. It's going to be illuminated. And I said it's going to be emotional. Okay, when you expose it, when you bring it out into the light, you become free of it. I said you're going to tie it down, stomp it down, whatever it is. You're going to contain it and move away from it. Okay, hang on here. Let me get you some tarot to go with that pile too. And maybe once that happens, that's when you go out into the world. This will be a different story for different people. The Seven of Wands. It's no longer going to be a time where I feel for some of you where you have just maybe felt attacked or tormented. Okay, whether it be from a person or people or in whatever type of situation it is, where you've always felt that you've been on the defensive, that you've always had to be on the defensive, sticking up, standing up for yourself, when it really wasn't warranted, is what I want to say. So I feel like for some of you, it's going to be that type of situation, okay? Oh, whoa, too many. We'll take that one that has come out. Eight of Wands. I love it. You go from the 7 to the 8. This is perfect. This is you. I am moving past this. I'm not going to do this anymore. It's time for me to just take aim at what it is and how it is that I want my life to be. And I'm going to get on my dragon and go after it. The Eight of Wands is a fast-moving energy. I feel like this is going to be illuminated, if it hasn't already, quite quickly for you. Oh, did I accidentally pick the card up from up here? Oh, no. Did I? I don't remember, you guys. If I did, I'm sorry. It's back in the It's back in the video. I don't even know if I did a second card for up here now. All right, my mistake. But yeah, this 7, you are going from where you are having to defend yourself, out to where you're taking the shots now. And not in a mean and nasty way, but you are plotting your course, you're taking aim, and you're going after it. Okay, I feel like that all happens once this memory or secret or whatever it is comes to light. When it is exposed, then you can begin to move on. Okay, let's keep going here. We have future. I love this. What a beautiful card too. Direct your intentions and actions wisely, and your future will be fed with fulfillment. Right? Direct your intentions and actions. This is you taking off and taking aim. Do it wisely, and your future will be fed with fulfillment. Absolutely. Again, for some of you, this is you taking off and becoming that person of joy and happiness and bringing it out to everyone else. This can be you just being able to manifest in what it is that you wanted. Okay, let's get a couple cards here, the things that are good for you. Oh, I know what was up there, the 10 of Wands. That's it. I must have put it, I grabbed it, and when I grabbed the other cards, look, the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is sometimes just, I have to say it, the ant at the picnic, the bee in your soda, just a pain in your butt, things that don't need to be happening or whatever, but yet there they are. It leads to this 7 where now they're just prodding and picking, and you're having to defend yourself, all because of this petty foolishness over here. They want your future to not have that. Okay, that needs to be let go, and maybe that, along with, right, the 5 and 7 of Wands gets laid down with the 10. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's get another. I almost feel here like it's, in both cases, look at how these young guys, these young fairy lads here are kind of coming together. Look, here he's kind of patting them on the shoulder. Here they're sharing something. So that's what they want for you. They want the peace, the harmony. We talked about it up here. Okay, let me pull another card. But this is very emotional, I feel, yet kind of fiery energy for you, okay? The 9 of Swords. Yeah, the future. They don't want you moving into your future with anxiety due to this kind of stuff, or due to that 10 of Swords, feeling like you're in your own mental prison, feeling like you're all bound up here and there's no way out, because there is a way out, okay? There is a way out. I feel like here, this bird, it almost reminds me of the dove coming in, but this is with the white rose, with peace, I want to say. I feel like somehow your future is going to be bringing that peace in, and then maybe you share it with other people. I just want it to go through, because now that 10 of Wands is not there. It's kind of bothering me, you guys. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. I'm putting it back. There we go. I need to see the full story. Yeah. Your future is going to be free of this and free of the 9 of Swords. All right. But you may have to do a little bit of work. Some things need to be illuminated and worked on in order for that to happen. Now, let me get you a fairy card. Actually, 2 come out in the other pile. Let's see. It'll be different for each person. We'll see. Or each group. Maybe I'll pull 2 out here just to make it fair, pile 2, because I think everything should be fair as well. Okay. Look at this. 2 of Summer, 2 of Cups, falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. I feel that. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. So for some of you, maybe this message is falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Okay. In relation to this reading, I feel it is the forgiveness and resolution of a problem. problem, right? And don't give up. We talked about that with the Knight of Pentacles. Now, let me get another card for you. The Two of Autumn. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. This is the Two of Pentacles. So try to bring fun and joy and lightness and happiness into everything you do. Maybe you need to juggle multiple things here for some of you, okay? And you do have a talent for multitasking, so don't sell yourself short on that. All right, and let's get you one fairy dust oracle card here to end pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed this message. I may see you in one of the other piles, if not in one of my other readings. Fairy wings. Look, fairy voyage, fairy wings. In the forest, small lights glow. Those are fairies flying low. They're here to help you as well. The fairy spirits, the fairy energy is no different than any of your other spirit guides, okay? Fairies are spirit guides as well. So, you know what? Keep your mind open is what I want to say for all of this. Keep your mind open. Let things become illuminated. It's going to help you in each one of these areas. Thank you again, and I will see you later. Hi to those of you who chose pile 3 or this card. So sweet, okay, with the little fairy and the unicorn. And it is gratitude and appreciation. Number 46 or number 10 could be important to you. I'm going to set it over here to the side. I think this is just kind of, we can look at this as a message of where do you need to show more gratitude and appreciation in your life. Maybe this is something that's been coming up for you that you haven't, that you've been neglecting. Pile 3 possibly, okay. Maybe it's time to start showing a little more gratitude and appreciation for the, it's funny, I'm going to say this, for, I said in one of the other piles, generally speaking, not to be a negative Nelly, things don't just fall on our lap, okay? We have to work for them. We have to work towards them. But I feel here like maybe pile 3, some stuff has fallen on your lap, okay? Because this is just magic for me, right? It's like you got a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right? All the flowers are in bloom, everything good. Something good has happened. Something has fallen on your lap. And maybe Spirit's just saying, you know, we did that for you, but can you maybe show us a little more gratitude and appreciation surrounding it? Okay. Or it's because of your gratitude and appreciation that that has happened. There's a message. So for those of you that are listening to this in pile 3 that maybe don't show enough gratitude and appreciation for the things in your life, Spirit's saying when you do, a little bit of magic happens. Aha, there's the message. Now, let's get into the rest of the cards. Strength. You may find that one of these cards resonates, the messages in them, and I'm pulling tarot out with this, or that all of them will, or maybe it will just be one or two. It will be different for everybody here, pile 3. Okay, so there, we just had 2 cards come out. Perfect. We have the 2 of Cups. Okay. That could be showing gratitude and appreciation for the relationships that you have in your life, okay? And the Knight of Wands. So what I feel here is there is something, I feel like there's going to be 2 messages here, so I'm going to start with the first one, which is about relationships. And this is any type, whether it's your friendships or whether it's your romantic, you're married, whatever it may be in partnership. Okay, there's something that requires a little bit of strength here. Maybe you've lost the fiery passion here with the Knight of Wands, because he's very charismatic and very fiery and very passionate and loves to go after what he wants. But maybe you in this moment aren't really feeling that. Okay, what I want to say is, muster up the strength. Maybe for some of you, it's the courage, okay? Because there is someone that is meant for you. There is the peanut butter to your jelly here with this Two of Cups, okay? I feel, and I'm going to say it, for some of you, this is worth fighting for, okay? You just may need to muster up the strength to do it. That's one message. The other is whatever it is in your life, and we're not talking about relationship here, we're just talking about something that you love, whether it's a hobby, just whatever that passion of yours is, you need to go after it, and you need to go after it. I'm going to say Knight of Wands here, which I rarely say. Sometimes he can be a little careless and reckless. In other words, he doesn't think everything through. He just impulse leads. I don't want you to be careless and reckless, but I do believe you need to maybe be a little bit more impulsive, okay, about something that it is that you love. And maybe it is about a relationship again for some of you, but I feel that for the non-relationship people part, it's just getting up the strength and courage to be a little more impulsive, okay? Don't be afraid to get on the lion. All right, and go for a ride. All right, just do it. All right, next. We have Forest Spirit. You have the wisdom to make changes in your life if you act with authority and let go of doubt. We're just talking about that, okay? Maybe being a little more impulsive, having the strength and courage in a relationship even to bring that back in. But you have the wisdom within yourself. You can also call on spirit. The fairies are like spirit guides, okay, for some of you. Your own spirit guides that you already are aware of. Spirit, God, Source, Universe, whomever it is for you, you know what? Call on them to help you to make these changes. You need to act with authority, maybe even a little impulsiveness with a lot of strength and courage to help you let go of the doubt. Now let's get some tarot around that, pile 3. Six of Pentacles. It'll be a win-win for everyone. It will be a win-win for everyone involved. And maybe just for you if there aren't other people involved, okay? But usually this involves yourself and others. Yeah. Let go of the doubt. It will be a win-win for everybody. Okay, and out came the Three of Wands. Yeah. This is going after. This is, you've made the plan, right? The wisdom to make changes in your life. You've made the plan to let go of that doubt, and now you go out into the world. You hop on your ship, you sail off, whatever it is, but you go out into the world full of courage, full of strength, full of passion and excitement and wanting to learn and do more. You go out with the attitude that this isn't just good for me, it's good for everyone. And that could just be the people that you come in contact with. But you need to let go of the doubt. There's something I want to say maybe that you have to offer in some way. And by going out and doing it, okay, by expanding your horizons, that's going to be the wise choice for you to make, okay? I'm going to leave that there. Pure intention. Oh, this all just ties together. But again, you can take them as individuals. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. We're talking about using your wisdom here, right? Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. So whether that's for the relationships here or again, just about something that you love, it could even be just showing more appreciation and gratitude in your life and waiting for the miracle or the little, that manifestation, waiting for the good to come in, to fall on your lap, so to speak. But it is, you have to have pure intention. Like I said up here, he can be a little reckless and a little careless. And I said, you don't want to be reckless and careless, but you may need to be a little impulsive. But if you ask here, the fairy of manifestation, you ask spirit, okay, to help you to manifest and bring in what's good, they will all help. And they need to see you doing a bit of the work, right? They need to see you making wise choices and changes. And they'll be right there to help you along the way. But let's get some tarot to go with that card. What is your heart's desire? This could be your one message right here, pile 3 for some of you. What is your heart's desire? And for the highest good of all. And I said up here, everyone will benefit. And strength, out comes that strength card again. Okay, you really need to let go of the doubt and be courageous and have strength here, okay? The 9 of Swords is when you have yourself up in your own little mental prison and you are under the belief, I'm going to say, with any of the things here, that you're not capable, that you're not worthy of doing this. This will never happen for you. You need to change that. You focus on what your pure intention is, and that's what's going to move you forward. Okay, like the 3 of Wands. This is spirit coming through. They're doubling down on the strength, saying, you've got it. You can ride that lion. You can ride this dragon. You can do it. You need to let go of the doubt. You are capable of bringing in the magic, bringing in the good, bringing in what is good for you. You just need to make a conscious choice to do it and not let yourself get all wound up here in the vine of thorns, okay? Loving that message for you. You can do this, pile 3. Faith. Spiritual faith is a devoted assurance of the heart. You need to have faith. You need to have faith that spirit, as I've mentioned them all, are there and they have your back. You need to have faith in yourself. Pile 3, I feel this is very much, it's like if you have the strength, okay, if you make wise choices, if you have pure intentions, good things are going to happen. We've got it here, okay? Good things are going to happen if you are able to do that, if you are able to keep the faith. I'm just hearing the George Michael song, right? Okay, the 5 of Wands. Even if you feel like you have just been, I'm going to say, it's almost an energy of it doesn't matter what I do, it doesn't make somebody happy. And therefore, you start to doubt yourself. No matter what I do, someone nitpicks it. No matter what I do, it seems to be the bee in the ointment, the bee in the soda, the ant at the picnic. I'm just like a pain to everybody, no matter what I do. Not true. People may have made you feel that way. Spirit saying, that's not who you are. That, all of that nitpicky, that's about them. Not about you, pile 3. Let's get another card. The 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. Don't hang on to that. Don't hang on to that belief. It keeps you in doubt, right? You need to have strength, courage, pure intention, making wise choices, and faith in spirit and yourself, most importantly, that all of this was never you, okay? You don't need to hang on to that anymore moving forward. I have 3 more oracles here to get for you, pile 3. Oh, we'll let that one come out. The Ace of Winter. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. Hello, right here. It is important to communicate clearly and accurately. This is the Ace of Swords. That is a new beginning, a new, clear, very well thought out beginning, right? You're going to make that plan and you're going to take it, move forward with it, making changes, wise changes, amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So maybe you've tried to implement new ideas before in your life and you were met with just a whole bunch of negativity, or, you know, kind of, I almost want to say it's kind of like they beat you down a little bit. The Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, they all kind of go together for me, right? It's just people picking. But I had this card in one of the other piles, and the same thing applies here with this particular card. It seems they've come to a truce. I'm going to say they've come to a truce. But whenever you get the ace, this is a new beginning. It's time for you to do all of these things. It may be hard work, pile 3, but you're the magician. Here, what does it say? You can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. I'm saying nothing else. Be the magician. You can do it. Okay? You can do. I love this message. I feel like this, you have needed to hear this pile 3 for a reason in whatever area of your life. Oh my heavens. You're on the right path. The way ahead is clear and true. You've chosen the right path for you, making wise decisions when it comes to change with pure intention and strength and courage, okay? You're on the right path. Your pile 3, maybe the path is you needed to come here, pick this pile, hear this reading to help you move through all of this. So I wish you all the best. This is really, really powerful message for you. I'm feeling it right down in my gut. So the magic will come. There's just some things to be worked through here. But you're the magician. You've got all the tools on your belt. Okay? Good luck. I will see you in maybe one of the other piles, although I feel like this might be enough for you. Or in one of my other readings. Thank you.